and welcome to TQ Talks, where we talk taxes and tax-free living 365. Here are your hosts, Craig White, Sebastian Singh, and Patrick Augustin.
Woo! And we are back with another wonderful, exciting, great episode of TQ Talks. Bassie and I are extremely excited because we finally have Pat back in the studio.
We got him back. We got him back.
Oh, man. If it's your first time joining us, I guess we ought to do the whole intro. So this is TQ Talks, where our goal is to help people to reduce the amount of taxes they owe by giving them year-round 365 tax advice. We're also here to help you get a bigger refund by doing the exact same thing. And we also dabble in the world of investments and using little-known strategies through investments of life insurance to help you boost money that you could use now and later. So welcome to TQ Talks. And with us, as we talked before, my distinguished colleagues, we have Sebastian Singh.
Hello. Welcome back. Thank you guys for joining us. I will plug us real quick and ask you to follow us on all social media platforms, as well as anywhere you could find the podcast. TQ Financial Services is the handle on everywhere.
Yep, TQ Talks is our podcast. And again, with no introduction needed, but we'll give one anyway. The famous, the infamous, whichever way you want to switch those words up.
People's champ.
Oh, my God. Mr. Patrick Augustin.
I'm back on the mic, baby.
So after like a 6-year hiatus, he decides to come back in the studio, and we really appreciate it. Pat, honestly, it's good to have you back. Good to have your voice in here.
Let's do it, baby.
All right. So today we are talking about the wonderful world of trading and investing, because this is a hot spot, especially for black jobs.
Oh.
I had to throw that in there. Huh? Oh, man. If you guys didn't see that.
You won't let me push the laughter button.
You can put the button, but...
Y'all talking about that debate?
No, we're not.
We're not.
I just couldn't help it because that really got me. So... Black and Hispanic jobs. So trading has become a hot spot for a lot of people, which is really cool because it opens the doors, for individuals, and again, brown, white, black, I really don't care, purple, for us to have another means of income, right? And that's really, really, really cool. If that's something you enjoy, there are several platforms you could use to learn and to also invest. But we need to, from a tax standpoint, differentiate between trading and investment, because God knows those are two different things. I don't know if anybody wants to jump on something, but
Yeah, so for the trading, like you said, it's a hot topic, and I know you're bringing up black jobs on purpose, but also it seems like it's picked up in our communities as well, not only because we're obviously entering new sectors or sectors that we haven't seen ourselves in a long time, or ever really, but also I think COVID sped that up, right?
Yes.
We had to find... I don't say we had to, but a lot of people found productive new hobbies or jobs or ways to bring in money.
Right.
And so, yeah, it's a hot topic for our communities as well.
Yeah. And so let's define that so we can then venture in. So a lot of people come to us during tax season. We ask, hey, did you invest in Webull or, God only knows. Everybody has something.
Who knows what, right?
Everybody has a Robinhood account.
There you go. And there's an idea that we're all considered a trader. I'm a trader. And it's not exactly how the IRS sees you, right? So there's trading and there's investing.
Right.
For most of you, you're an investor. You're a person that does certain things throughout the day, the year, the month, whatever the case may be, because you are trading stocks, etc. But you're not considered a full trader. From the eyes of the IRS, which they actually don't even have anything written, but this is something we all know, the trader is someone who is literally using that as their source or their main source of income.
Correct.
It is qualification. So we can get into, what a trader, is supposed to be, and the IRS has a whole rule, or they don't really have a rule. But
I think they also see a trader as a short-term goal
oriented person, right? Yeah.
They're not, for example, trader versus an investor. Investor, they do long-term. Versus traders, they do like a day trader. It's short term. It's all short term.
Always. Yeah, it is short term to what Pat's saying, because they're assuming that all your stuff is going on. So some of the rules is you're supposed to have, I believe, up to 4 trades a day, up to 200 and something trades per 200 and something days per year where you're actively trading. This is for what's called trader status, by the way. Let's define that. So if you're saying, hey guys, I'm a trader, this is what I do, this is my job, the IRS does not recognize income or trading as a business. Let's start with that, right? They don't recognize it at all. So when you guys or people who are trading are making $100,000, $200,000, which is not many of you, let's put that out there as well, because everybody thinks you can just do it and it's so easy. But when you're making this money, remember, you're going to pay taxes on it. So the reason why this is important is because people are trying to figure out ways to offset that income.
Right.
And to Patrick's point, this is all short term.
Yeah.
Right. This is not long term, past 365 days where you get a shorter a percentage on your taxes. This is short term, getting banged, adding it to your income type of stuff. And trader status, which is what everybody's trying to run for, gives you the ability to make that income, business incomes, kind of. We're not going to touch on that too heavy, but it allows you to offset some of your expenses, your equipment and your trading platforms and your laptops and your phones and blah. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. Investors, on the other hand, again, are not doing this as frequently, which is the majority of us. They're not using this as their sole means or their primary means of income. And ultimately, you're just doing it because you're trying to make some money. When that happens, you can't offset crap. The only thing you get is the typical, I lose 3,000, or get to carry 3,000 worth of a loss a year. And that's the end of that discussion. So again, it's important for people just to understand traders versus investors. That's all it is.
Well, I think what's important to also just point out is what we're speaking about specifically. So we're talking about trader status in the eyes of the IRS.
Yes.
Because if you just look at trader versus investing, like Pat was saying earlier, any short-term flip, quote unquote, and that could be, a year,
less
months,
than a year,
days, hours, weeks, whatever it might be, is not considered a true investor in the world of money, because investments are long term. You're setting it for maybe retirement. Excuse me, maybe retirement, but definitely not. You're not looking for the flip right now. You're looking for a good buy to hold and earn not equity, but you'd end up getting dividends, and it would just grow over a long period of time.
Yeah, I mean, and then that's pretty much it. The point is that there's a lot of qualifications in order to be considered I say trader, but you know what I mean, the real definition part, the IRS thoughts.
The IRS, right. The IRS specifications behind them.
Yeah, and whereas investing is, again, it could be a mixture of short-term, long-term, et cetera, but ultimately you're doing it in order to earn some money, to hold it, like you said, for retirement. And really the definition for us, or the reason we want to differentiate between the two, is because we want you to understand that when you come in and have a discussion with us, 9 out of 10, 9.5, 9.999, you're going to be an investor. Right. You're not going to be a trader. So you showing us all the expenses that you might have incurred, right, for doing whatever you're doing for your trading or investing hobby or profession. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to insult anybody. It might not qualify. Now, there's a whole thing where I've had several CPAs who've sent people, and we've talked, and they encourage the individual to create an LLC or create a business so they can offset, is what they say, but it's incorrect grammar, to offset their expenses. And, we could touch on that, right? You creating an LLC to trade under that LLC, like, so you don't trade under Sebastian Singh or Patrick Augustin, you trade under Kaka or whatever the name of the business is. It doesn't do anything on the income side. We still report the income on the, what is that, 8949, Pat?
8949.
Thank you. That's still going to be the same. The difference is, though, yes, you can actually offset or have some of your expenses. Again, we talked about, I don't do trading, so I don't know, but whatever their expenses are.
Right.
What are the expenses? Okay, you got a laptop.
I mean, you got a laptop, you have office space, anything that comes with the office space.
Yeah,
you have
screens.
Utilities. You might have subscriptions.
Yeah, but these are all minimal. These are all minimal costs.
It depends.
You're not going to go rent an office space just say, I'm a trader.
What?
Short-term trader.
Maybe.
You don't know.
I mean, it all depends
you do that
on
why you sit on the toilet.
Yeah, so
yeah, but the toilet isn't where we want to be doing
unless
any kind of financial business.
Some of the greatest thoughts come from there.
True.
Unless you're using that as your designated office space. No, but the thing is, the reason they say that, though, is, right, if you just come and you hand us whatever, then there's nothing we can write off. If you at least have an LLC, and truthfully, let's say you're using your home office or whatever the case is, at least you get a home office deduction. You get what I'm saying? You can get $5-10 grand, I'm assuming ish worth of expenses knocked off. So if you have a W-2, because remember you're an investor, you can at least offset some of that. And if it gets heavier than that, because you're really going in and I don't know, maybe you go to workshops or webinars and all types of stuff, then we might have to discuss other things. But ultimately, it at least gives you the ability, to offset some of your other income that's going there. Your W-2 income is what we're assuming. And that's about it. It does not affect your trading income, though.
With all that being said, please keep your documents.
I was waiting to talk, Pat. As we always say,
document everything when you come see us. document. Have it in your files. Have a notebook. We're all digital. Credit card statements.
Have it on your phone. Do something to where you document everything. Date,
record
time,
keeping.
Amount, vendor, guest, whatever it may be. Document it.
I don't care if y'all do any of that. Just give me the P&L, and you're on your own with IRS comes document. No, that's our document.
We love y'all a little more than Craig does. We're just gonna put that out there.
Listen, you hand me the P&L. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you the same information you're getting on this podcast. Here's what these stipulations are. Because I won't go. Listen. I walked in today and they were watching tennis. What is that? Is that what tournament is that?
Wimbledon.
I can't pronounce it. There you go. I'm Jamaican. I can't say that.
They is a stretch. First of all, Jamaicans are always really good at tennis. So I don't know where you're going.
I said, meaning pronunciation, bro. I can't say Wimbledon or whatever you're saying. So the bottom line is, I'm not going with that back and forth packety pack. When I tell you can't use or you can use, and you still trying to explain to me that you can, guess what I'm gonna do? Can I have the P&L, please? And then I'm going to do the work. I'm going to charge you. And then when the letter comes, I say, didn't I tell you? Here, let me send you a link of this podcast.
So you will first get information somewhere. You can then get it here on the podcast. And then we will also give you the information again when we meet with you. But now if you keep pushing it, Craig doesn't care.
I'm not. Listen, I'm an adult. You're
okay.
An adult.
Like we say, just document.
Yeah.
If when it lands on the P&L, that's what we're going to put in, and we're going to help you to the best of our ability.
Right. Again, but to summarize, guys, truthfully, please understand trader status is not something simple. It's not something that's very wonderful to attain. No, there's no documents you need. There's no certification. There's nothing. But the qualifications for trader status, which is not in the IRS, you guys got to look that up. It's nothing that is literally a section or code that we can send you to. It's just something that is known, right? You can't normally achieve trader status. It's not simple. So most of you are considered as investors. That being said, if you're trying to offset some of your income, not your trading income, but other income, yes, you can set up an LLC. Yes, you can get some of the expenses Pat talked about, your toilet time, whatever the case is. Yeah, but again, it helps. But remember, the income that you're making from trading/investing is still going to be trading/investing income. It doesn't go anywhere else. It's still going to be that. End of that story, right? We're just talking about other ways to, I guess, knock off some of the other income that you might have done, which again, a lot of people seem to miss. And let me tell you something, saving 1,000, saving 2,000, saving 3,000 is still saving a lot of money. Right? And that's where our goal, like we said in the beginning, we're here to either put more money in your pocket one way or the other, either by keeping it or by getting a bigger refund. One of the two, it's going to happen. So please take note of this, listen to other information, all the good stuff. And we're here if you need us, 800-413-1456, Sebastian.
Right.
As always, please go ahead and follow us, share, like, and comment on all of our social media platforms, as well as the podcast and platforms, TQ Financial Services, and the name of our podcast is TQ Talks.
Thanks for joining us.
Yep. Let's go, baby.
Thank you for listening to TQ Talks. If you enjoyed the show, please rate and recommend on iTunes, SoundCloud, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also get more information at tqfinancials.com.